Hi, my name is Fong. I'm a product manager at Holistics Data. Today, I'm going to introduce to you our feature, moving calculations. Moving calculations are supported in many chart types such as table, pivot table, the line chart family including line, column, bar, area, combination chart, and also the metric sheet. Moving calculations are very handy, especially when it comes to trend analysis. In the next few minutes, I'm gonna demonstrate to you two common use cases of the moving calculations. One is drawing a moving average trend line, and another is calculating the cumulative total. Alright, so let's look at this example. Here I have an e-commerce data set and I'm gonna remove the moving average which I already created. I have the month created at for the order and also the sum of quantity. So here I have the total order quantity over time. Now I want to see if there is a consistent increasing trend in the order quantity so that I can stock up my inventory. I'm gonna choose moving calculation from the sum of quantity, and then I have the moving average line right away, but let's click on it. For the moving calculation, I'm gonna have average or different type of aggregations like sum, min, max, count, etc. You can choose whatever that fit your use case, but for this one I'm gonna keep the average. And the order values by the x-axis, the moving direction of the calculations is along the x-axis. Also for the number of values, I want to look at the last 3 months. So for previous, I'm gonna choose 2, and in holistics is always include the current value. Like if today is August, the average gonna be the average of June, July, and August. So I'm gonna save 2 for previous values. And here I have the moving average of sum of quantity, but let's rename it to something more descriptive like MA3 for moving average 3. Let's say that I've run my business for quite a while now and I've built an intuition that if I have 3 data points above the moving average trend line, then it's gonna be very likely that for the next data point it's gonna lie above the moving average trend line as well. For example, if I have here December 2016, Jan 2017, and February 2017, I have 3 points lying above the moving average trend line, then the next data point should lie above the moving average trend line as well, which is in March 2017. That's how I know that I should probably stock up my inventory. But on the other hand, if one data point goes below the moving average trend line, it's gonna be a signal for me to be cautious that the trend could go inverse. But if just like one dip, like it goes right back up, it could be just a noise, so I can just ignore this one. But then for made this way, I need to be careful and observe the next data point. One more thing before we move on to the next use case, you can create a moving average trend line from moving calculation. But also for your convenience, we have put it under the trend line as well. So here for the default, the trend line is going to be linear regression, but you can choose moving average from trend line. Alright, so in the previous use case, I just showed you how to create a moving average. Now let's move on to another scenario of calculating cumulative sum over time. I'm going to remove the moving average lines. Let's say that I have a quantity target that I want to achieve, because if I have bigger quantity, I will have more negotiating power with my supplier. So I'm going to create a reference line, which is, let's say I'm aiming for 5,000 units, and I'm gonna name it quantity goal. Alright, so that's my quantity goal of 5,000 units. This is my quantity over time. Now let's calculate the cumulative sum of quantity. I'm gonna choose moving calculations again, and then for this one I'm gonna choose sum because I want to calculate the cumulative sum. And for previous, I'm gonna choose all. All means all values from the first row in the table to the current value. And then I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna rename it to cumulative sum of quantity. Alright, so I have this dashed green line for cumulative sum of quantity, and then the quantity goal is this dark blue. I can see that this month I've just now surpassed the threshold of 5,000. This is my time to negotiate with my supplier. Before we go, I'm gonna show you one more tip in holistics. As you can see that for the number of values, you only see all or 0, 1, 2, 3, but actually it's a little bit of magic here that you can type whatever number of values that you want, like 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. Yeah, alright, so I've just now demonstrated to you how to use moving calculations in holistics and a couple of most common use cases for the feature. I hope you find the video useful. If you want to try the feature yourself, go to Holistics Playground. The link is in the video description. We also made some beautiful sample dashboard here for you to explore. Thank you and see you soon.